When you ask God to remove the pain, but He gives you grace to endure, what if God doesn't remove what is hurting you because He wants to show you that His grace is enough? Paul prayed repeatedly. Paul tells us that he pleaded with the Lord 3 times, asking Him to take away his painful struggle. You can pray about the same burden more than once. God is not irritated by your persistence. God told Paul that his grace was all he needed because his power is most clearly seen when human strength is gone. Sometimes God doesn't answer. I will remove it. Sometimes it is, I will sustain you through it. Paul changed his perspective. Instead of only complaining about his weakness, Paul learned to accept it because it created room for Christ's power to work through him. Your weakness does not qualify you. God can work through the very place where you feel inadequate. Strength in weakness. Paul says he can endure the insult, the hardships, persecution, difficulties for the sake of Christ. For he discovers God's strength at this time. What feels like the end of strength can become the beginning of God's strength working in you. Evidence of Paul's ministry explains that he had been treated as though he were foolish, yet the Corinthians themselves had witnessed signs, wonders, and miracles that demonstrated God's work through his ministry. But God's power was working on a struggling person becoming a testimony. Have you ever prayed and prayed for God to remove something from your life, but it remained? In 2 Corinthians, Paul tells us that he pleaded with the Lord 3 times to take away his struggle. But God's answer